finishing up on the first radiator and starting on the second one. So I got the first one mounted. So that's what it looks like. I haven't got this done yet. The ignition system has to go down in the box yet. I have it sitting up here, so when I flip the switch, it still has the, well, no, wires. Okay. So, anyway, but I have the plug-in into the box for the starter. A lot of clothes in the hose, it's flashing out. I don't have a cover bait, cap bait for that yet. The fan is actually drawing air through it. I can feel it. Anyway, over here in the mill, shut this off, shut that off, but over here in the mill I'm set up, and what I'm doing is I'm drilling the hole patterns in the plates. I've got a set of soft jaws here with a notch cut in it that they fit in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera down here somewhere close. Okay, and I will run one, and I'll let you see how it goes. So what I do is put one in, and I slide it out the end here, out here, and I just take a parallel end of a parallel, and that's basically my stop. Yeah, it's ready to go. I'm not running any coolant or anything. Drilling 7 holes. And that end there is flexible because I got a slot underneath it, but it's okay. That one's ready to take out. So that one is, this one is ready to deburr now. So let's set the camera here somewhere overhead. Hopefully I'm in the shot. But I just take a burr quick, real quick, and just go both sides of the hole. Okay, that's it. These are aluminum. The ones on the end are copper. So what I do is I take and set it up silver solder the tubes in place, and I put a washer that I turned down for a spacer. These little small diameter washer, and I just put that on for a spacer, and then basically be spacer plates, you know, or be washer plate, washer plate, washer plate, washer plate, up until the height that I want. I'm going to make this next radiator is going to be narrower and not quite as tall, so it's not going to take as many plates, and it's not going to take as many washers. The tubes, I went from 9 tubes across to 7 tubes across. Like I say, I'm not worried about cooling, because that is what you just see me run the engine. It's about as long as it'll get run anyway. Not enough to even warm up real good. I put my finger on it here, and it ain't even, it's just barely warm. So anyway, I think it'll work out just fine. And I don't know, it is a little bit big and out of place. I mean, it should have been a little shorter and a little narrower, but I don't think it looks all that bad. So, and it doesn't look like I have any leaks anywhere other than the overflow tube here spit out there when I was filling, but it doesn't look like I have any leaks anywhere. I had rubber hose up here, but I wanted to make sure that I had coolant flow. I wanted to make sure that the pump was working and everything. And so I put a clear tube up here, and yeah, you can see that it's pumping it uphill and pumping it back into the top, so it's working. And what I'm using for coolant is I'm just using trim saw or trims. I've got another gallon sitting on the shelf, but it's this stuff right here. I really like it because a lot of the coolants, after sitting in the tank and getting mixed with some whey lube and stuff, start to just stink. You know, they just reek. This stuff doesn't do that. I've had stuff in the tank for 3 years now. It doesn't stink. So, and as long as you mix it strong enough, it doesn't rust anything up. It's when you don't mix it strong enough, then you end up getting a little bit of rust. But anyway, I'm working on radiator number 2, and that's where I'm at. Number 1 is on there. All I have left on that is the cap. And actually, the only thing left on this motor is to get the cap, and I want to get like a bell housing cover here for part of this, and I want to have a bearing, part of it running on a bearing, so I might put a longer shaft in here. So I got another bearing on this drive pin that I'm using to start it. So, and I'm thinking about putting a dipstick on. What I'm going to do is this plug right here, the filler plug, I'm going to thread a tube out and then silver solder a joint on it coming up, so that I can have a little dipstick, so I don't have to take that plug in and out just to see it and make sure the oil is up there. That way I can check to make sure there's oil in it real quick. Just pull the dipstick. So either that, or I was thinking maybe I don't know if I dare put glass on there or not. I was thinking about maybe making a little sight glass like my steam engine boilers. I got boiler sight glass tube, so, and that stuff would work. I got like, I think 3 different sizes, from real small to real big. I got some of the glass tube that I bought was for my my little grip oiler that I made. I made a bunch of them. I bought a big glass tube for that, and that's wow, what's it called? Pyrex? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Pyrex glass tube. So this stuff right here, and what I do is I just take it on the lathe. Take a diamond file to cut it, and then take the torch and flame the sharp edges over. But anyway, that's another story there in itself. I have a couple Whedon engines yet that I want to get repaired eventually. They're in a box underneath the bench here. Right here, you can see that I got 3 boilers here, and then there's a couple engines laying around yet for it. So someday, I've already got 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 right now of those the Whedon engines that I put back together after bought them off the internet, and when I bought them, I think the seller said there was only 6 in the box. Well, I've got enough to make 8 complete sets. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to continue with these plates. I'm going to get those done, then maybe get the tube silver soldered on and get started on putting them together. When I get them, I silver solder that first plate on, and then I put washer plate until I get to the height that I want. Then I put another copper plate on. I take a piece of electric fence wire. It's stainless wire, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of wire, but it's actually electric fence wire, and it could be any kind of wire with it. And then I wire tighten it up, and then I go and silver solder the tubes to the bottom plate. One's top, one's the bottom, and then from there I make the tanks. I put an undercut in so that that copper plate fits down into a little undercut on the tank, and then I solder those in place. So maybe when I get to the tanks on this one, I will I'll probably show you when I get the first plate silver soldered, and I'll give you a shot of it. So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.